LVC, the network.
Welcome back to CiCi's Culinary Creations, where it's all about food, family, and fun. Well, today I have another wonderful person that's wanting to help me make some of these fantastic tasting sea salt turtles. So Grady, I understand that you got to taste a few of my sea salt turtles before. What did you like about them?
The caramel, the chocolate.
Yes, and were they yummy? Did you like it?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to show you how to make them, and with everyone else too. And that way you can make some for your mom and dad at some point too. What do you think of that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and start out with some toasted pecans, and you can buy pecans at the store. But I love that when you toast them, you're just going to put them in a skillet for about 5 minutes at a medium heat, but you keep on stirring them so they don't burn. So we're going to take the pecans and make a little triangle with them. You want to help me with that? So we're just going to take 3 pecans and make a little triangle, okay? That's looking good. I got a big pecan going there. You're doing a great job. I love, love, love when people are in the kitchen with me because it gives us a lot of time together. It's a lot of quality time and uninterrupted time where they're not on their cell phone or on their iPad. And we have time to talk, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah. So how'd your game go today?
Good.
Great. See, look at that. How fun is this? And you know what? With you helping me to make these, and then when you learn how to do it by yourself, you can make these for your gifts for teachers, gifts for your friends. Oh, that's okay, we'll get that one later. Gifts for your grandparents, your mom and dad. Look at that. Don't those look great?
Yeah.
Let's do one more right there. And I love your designs. Let's do one that is a full one, okay? We're gonna be a little picky on our pecans because we want these to look really, really nice. All right, so this is our base of it. Next, we're gonna make a caramel sauce, and it's just 3 simple ingredients. It's going to be caramels that you buy at the store. You're gonna unpackage them and put them in your pot. And then it's 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of milk. And 2 tablespoons of water, sorry about that. And we're just gonna put that on a medium-low heat until that melts. All right, you wanna help me make the caramel?
Yeah.
All right, let's go over to the stove and do that, okay? Okay, we'll start with our caramel. As you can see, it's the regular caramels we get in a bag at the store, okay? And we're gonna unwrap that, and you know, that would be your job to do if you're gonna help me with that, because it takes a little bit of time. Then we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of butter, 1, 2. We're gonna add that to this mix. And then 2 tablespoons of water, which is right there. You wanna add that for me? Great, go ahead and add all of that in there. And then we're going to let's grab this really big spoon here. It's kind of big, isn't it? We're just going to, it's going to warm up really quickly, and we're just gonna stir this all together. We'll just let this warm up a bit, and it'll stir. And then what happens when it melts, it's gonna create this really, really nice caramel sauce. Remember that caramel taste that you liked? This is how you make that caramel sauce without doing a lot of ingredients. It's kind of easy. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so Grady, you see all that caramel melted, and now it's this wonderful, gooey, fabulous looking stuff that we're gonna use for the sea salt turtles, okay? All right, now we're gonna apply the caramel to our pecans. And just to give you an idea of it, there's like a couple ways to make your sea salt turtles. This is one where it's very decorative and fun to do. Another way is where you can take your pecans, it's gonna be about 2 cups of your toasted pecans, you add it to your caramel, stir it up, And then you're going to drop it by spoonfuls onto your parchment paper, and then you're going to put it in the refrigerator, and then I'll tell you the other process to it later. Now caramel is really, really hot. It's a lot of sugar, and it's just almost like the hot glue gun. You definitely don't want to put your finger in there just to taste it, because it will burn you. So just really be careful with that, and especially having children around. You want to make sure that they are careful too, and keep them out of the reach. So our next process, we're going to add the caramel to our pecans. And you know what? Because this is really hot, I'm going to do that today, but I'm going to show you how you can do it too, okay?
Okay.
All right. So we're just going to take a little bit of caramel, and we're just going to drizzle it over our pecans. Just kind of get a good nice center in it. Just like that. Look at that. Looks tasty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to apply this to all of the pecans that we have. Yum. So you can make this for like teachers at school, your friends, birthday parties. You think they'll like them?
Yeah.
Because I think you like it, right?
Yeah.
And how about afterwards, I'll show you how to even wrap it up as a gift for your friends too.
Okay.
Okay? You want to help me? You're going to help me with that, right?
Yep.
So again, it's a real easy process. It's a little messy, but who cares? End result is that it tastes great. Look at all that caramel. You want to try one?
Not right now.
Not right now? Okay, that's all right. I'd rather you be safe, because it does get really hot. Look at that caramel. But this is a real easy, a very simple recipe for your caramel. Instead of having to do the whole process of your sugar and caramelization of your sugars, you just buy your caramels at the store, unwrap them, put them in your pot. Again, add 2 tablespoons of water, 2 tablespoons of butter, melt them at a medium-low heat, and then you're ready to add it to your pecans. And if you like to mix it up a bit, you can take some mixed nuts, some cashews to pistachios, and mix it in with your caramel, and then drop it by spoonfuls onto parchment paper. And then after it dries, then you're going to dip it in some chocolate. All right, these are ready to go. All right, next step is going to be our chocolate, okay?
Okay.
All right.
The quality of the product here at the Original Cupcakery is unsurpassed. There is no other bakery in town, or as far as I know, in North Texas, that puts forth the effort to create the best tasting cupcakes available on the market today. We try and create a cupcake, we try and create an idea, a personality, a presence, something that you can be proud of. We're here to make it happen, and we want it to happen on your taste buds.
Ding, 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 ding. 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 Ding, 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 ding.
The quality of the product here at the Original Cupcakery is unsurpassed. There is no other bakery in town, or as far as I know, in North Texas, that puts forth the effort to create the best tasting cupcakes available on the market today. We try and create a cupcake, we try and create an idea, a personality, a presence, something that you can be proud of. We're here to make it happen, and we want it to happen on your taste buds.
us receive him with a warm round of applause from Los Angeles to Boston to Miami to Detroit, Michigan. Let us receive the Honorable
The last process of making the sea salt turtles, as far as like the combination of mixtures, is going to be our chocolate. I put my chocolate, which I usually use like a Ghirardelli chocolate, and a little paraffin. Paraffin is something you typically use for jellies, but you can use like a little bit of paraffin, and what that does to your chocolate is that it gives it a shiny coat whenever the chocolate is finished. And you can buy that in the jelly section. Otherwise, you can use some Crisco if you like. Some people use butter, but I'm not a big fan of that, but I like the paraffin. And so you're gonna melt your chocolate in a double boiler. And what a double boiler is, it's gonna be 2 pots that are stacked. You've got 1 pot on the bottom that has your hot water, just like 2 inches, kind of out here, 2 inches in the bottom, and then the other one stacked on top. Because with chocolate, this is how you can cook it without burning it and how you can melt it. You can also put it in the microwave too, but because of how many pieces of chocolate or sea salt turtles we're going to make, I want a lot of chocolate, so I'm gonna put it in a double boiler. If you don't have a double boiler, you just take 2 pots, one smaller than the other one on top, and just put 2 inches of water in the bottom, get that hot, and then add your pot with your chocolate on top. But I always, after the water's hot, keep it on a low heat. That way the water won't spill out on the bottom and boil, and it'll melt your chocolate nicely. It takes a little bit of time, but that's okay. You want it to go nice and slow. All right, we've got our chocolate ready for our sea salt turtles. Let's go put it on top of it, okay? All right, here we are. We're going to close to our final stages of our sea salt turtles. The next step is to add the chocolate. We're just going to, and again, the chocolate's really, really hot, and it definitely will burn you, so please don't allow your kids to put their fingers in it to get a taste of the chocolate, because it is really hot, even adults too. So we're just gonna take some by spoonfuls and drizzle it on the top. You don't need a whole lot, but it just really, it'll kind of roll out onto the rest of the sea salt turtles. Now, the trick of this is not to allow the chocolate to dry too far, because you want to add your sea salt, but you don't want the chocolate too hot where the sea salt melts, and you don't want it too cold where the sea salt doesn't stick. So we're gonna do a few of them here, and then you get to help me with the sea salt. Sprinkle it on the ones that have chocolate, okay?
Okay.
Wonderful. So here we are. We're just gonna start with a few, and then we're gonna sprinkle some sea salt. So here's a sea salt, just grab a pinch of it. And then go to the ones with the chocolate, and we'll just sprinkle it on, rub your fingers together. Look at that. Oh, and it looks so pretty too. Very nice. Got one more to go. I love having people in the kitchen helping me. Okay, let's do some more chocolate, and then we'll let them set for a little bit, then you add the salt to them. Is that a good trade?
Yep.
Fantastic. You kind of want to eat them right off of the parchment paper. And that is another thing. Wax paper is okay, but I am a big believer in the parchment paper, because this caramel will not stick to the parchment paper, and neither will the chocolate. So instead of just getting wax paper, go ahead and get your parchment paper, because it'll come right up off of the paper when you're getting ready to package them. All right, there we go. Now your turn with the sea salt. Those look fantastic. Now there's different types of sea salt. Of course, you have the Mediterranean sea salt, but there's different flavors too. I know it sounds kind of silly, but my favorite sea salt is a garlic roasted sea salt. And adding it onto this candy has just an incredible, incredible flavor to it. So don't be shy when it comes to sea salt. experiment, try different things, and you'll love the different flavors that it can bring to your different candies that you make. Well, with these candies, we're gonna let these set. You can either put them in the refrigerator for it to set up a little bit faster. And then after they're set, I'm gonna show you how you can package them to give them as gifts. At this time, we're gonna go ahead and go on to our holiday jumbles. And I have Grady helping me along with Sydney. And so our ingredients with the holiday jumbles is going to be 2.5 pounds of almond bark, which you can get at Walmart or Target and at the grocery store. What almond bark is similar to white chocolate. And you can either get like the almond or the white chocolate disc or the chips and all, but I like almond bark because it works really well with the candies that I make. And then the next are going to be 2.5 cups of peanut butter flavored Captain Crunch, along with 2.5 cups of Rice Krispies. And then we also use a bag of pretzel sticks that you crush up, and then 2.5 cups of peanut M&Ms. We'll get all this together and I'll show you how we mix it and combine it, and it's an incredible, incredible candy. We've got all of our ingredients ready to go. I'm gonna bring over the almond bark, and then Sydney's gonna help me add some of the ingredients, and then Grady's gonna top it off with our peanut M&Ms. I'm gonna keep the almond bark still on top of the hot water on what we call a double boiler. Again, this isn't classified as a double boiler. I just use another pot, water in the bottom, a bigger pot on top, and I melt my almond bark. So go ahead and add that to our ingredients. It's gonna be our crushed, our broken up pretzel sticks. Ooh, I know it's a lot of stuff. Hello. But once you get it going, I love having help in here. But it's all about you helping me, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna mix this up. We're gonna mix it up. And by keeping it on the hot water, then the white chocolate won't get cold so quickly. And so it's still gonna be very, very pliable, still melted chocolate, so we're gonna be able to stir it. But because it is hot, have an adult with you that's gonna be able to get it mixed together. And once I have this all mixed up, then Grady's gonna be so kind to add the peanut butter, or I'm sorry, the peanut M&Ms. Now this makes a lot. When I say a lot, it's a lot, and you'll be able to see it after we have everything out. But this is a great gift item to give, especially when you want that personal gift that you give from the heart, gift from the kitchen. This is a wonderful one, and also one that your kids can say, I helped with it. And you ask my kids, ask my family, they'll also tell you how wonderful it tastes too. And it's simple ingredients that you have, and everyone can mix it up. All right, Grady, why don't you go ahead and add half of that? Oh, did you just take one? Good for you. All right, add half of those peanut M&Ms and then I stir it. Okay, and then let me stir this up, and I'll have you add the rest, okay? Because with them being the peanut M&Ms with the chocolate, it is gonna melt. So I wanna get this stirred up a bit, and then I'll take it off of the double boiler, off of the hot water. And as you can see, it adds a lot of color to it. And when, as far as holiday jumbles, when it's Thanksgiving, when it's Christmas, when it's Easter, these are great, M&Ms puts out the different colored M&Ms. So it's fun to change it up a bit. All right, why don't you go ahead and add the rest? Look at that, perfect. All right, here we go. You're just gonna go in, grab a spoonful, and put it down. There you go, wherever you like. And it's okay if they're big, and it's okay if they're small, as long as we're doing it together. That's all that matters. And then we'll do a few more. No eating them, Grady. Sydney, you're doing a great job. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So do you see those extra M&Ms over there? Those peanut M&Ms, Grady?
Yeah.
Why don't you bring that measuring cup over here and I want to show you something. All right, so we're going to set this here and I want you all to take a few of them and just add a couple extra ones. It really makes the color pop on your candy, however you want, wherever you want. I like to add just a few here and there, almost just like a little nest. Great job. I love that. Oh, look at that. And so here you have your holiday jumbles. Welcome back to CiCi's Culinary Creations. Our last item on our menu tonight is going to be our Crispix Crunch. I know it kind of sounds really weird, and I tell you what, the whole process is kind of weird, but the end result is beyond amazing. Crispix Crunch, yes, we do use Crispix cereal, and I put 2 boxes of, kind of looking here, Crispix cereal into a brown bag. That is what we're going to start with. We're going to make our caramel like I make caramel for caramel popcorn, and we're going to use that on a Crispix Crunch. So why don't you all grab that corn syrup, and we'll go over here to the stove and get that going and into the pot. Go ahead. Once this melts down, we're going to let it boil for about a minute to a minute and a half, and I have really something special to show you how this all works together. Our caramel is working really, really well. So again, my ingredients are 2 cups of sugar, a 1/4 cup of corn syrup, 2 sticks of butter, which equates to 1 cup of butter, along with a teaspoon of vanilla. So we're gonna get it going here, and it's rendering down really nicely. You like that color?
Yep.
It looks beautiful. And then once they start boiling, we're gonna let it boil for a minute to a minute and a half before we put it on a Crispix Crunch. Now I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of baking soda and watch. We'll stir it, and then it starts getting puffy and it gets higher and higher. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes. It smells like a pancake.
It smells like a pancake? Well, lots of sugar in this. So this is our caramel for our Crispix Crunch. Now the next step is we're going to add this caramel to that bag with cereal in it, okay? So I'm going to take this, because this is really, really hot. I know this looks this looks quite unusual, but again, end result's gonna be great. So you've got the baking soda that add a lot of puffiness to this. We're gonna pour it all over the cereal. And again, you don't want to touch this because it definitely will burn you. This beautiful caramel. And I'm going to stir it up a little bit. The great thing is I'm not messing up any more dishes. The great thing is that when I'm done, I get to throw this away. Then the next great thing is that we're going to have some fantastic candy too. So we're just going to turn this and toss it. Can you see what I have? And I'll show you too. It looks really unique, really different. Can you see that, Grady?
Yeah.
Yes, so good. It's just the caramel on the Crispix cereal. And then, after I stir it, I'm gonna put this in the microwave for a minute. I'm gonna do intervals of 4 minutes. So we're gonna start 1 minute at a time. And then in the meantime, or after I take it out, we're gonna take it and shake it up. All right, let's go put this in the microwave. All right, we've gone through our 4 settings, 4 minutes in the microwave for our Crispix Crunch. Shake it up again and again, and then we're gonna pour this out. Now, this is really hot and it will burn your hands, so I'm gonna ask you to hold the spoon. When I pour this out, you kind of help it guide onto the wax paper. But don't touch it with your hand just yet. It's okay. Here, I'm gonna do this side too, baby. Okay? Okay, and you want it to go flat so it can dry on the wax, on the parchment paper. Okay, good job. I'm gonna grab a wooden spoon too. Whoa, hello there. So can you still feel the heat from this?
Yeah.
All right, so the caramel is gonna coat onto the Crispix cereal, and you're just going to move it around onto the parchment paper. It's a wonderful project to work together with your kids or with your family, and then even better is when you can take this, package it up, and give it as gifts, because you're giving a gift from the heart. You're giving a gift that you made yourself. And quite frankly, it didn't take that much time. And simple, easy ingredients that you can use and use your microwave. And with less than, 20 minutes maybe, you've got a great snack and also a great gift for your friends. Thanks for watching CiCi's Culinary Creations, where it's all about food, family, and fun. Follow me on CiCi's Culinary Creations on Facebook, Instagram, and also on our website, which is CiCiculinarycreation.com.